Good morning, students of the module Introduction to Plant Production, PTP1501. My name is Professor Ntushelo. I'm the lecturer of this module for this semester. Welcome. I've shown you a picture of our facility here on the Science Campus in Florida. This is where I am based, and this is where we do most of the work pertaining to plant sciences. Our module is divided into these parts. It's divided into 6 parts, which are plants in general. That is when we're just talking about plants, their importance. Naming and classifying plants, that is what is called taxonomy. Metabolism, that is now the internal metabolic processes, biochemical processes that take place in the plant. Structure and function of agricultural plants. Growth and development. Absorption and translocation of water and minerals. That's how your module is structured. Those are the components that make up your module. Now, let's talk about plants in general. We have many uses for plants. They support us as humans. They support animals. We use them as building material. We use them for energy. We use them, they are part of the ecosystem. From plants, we get various products like fiber, like medicine, and so forth and so forth. And most importantly, we use them as food. I've shown you an illustration of the uses of plants. We use them as shelter. We use them as food. When it comes to naming and classifying plants, we name plants according to their habitat, which is where they live. If they live in water, we call them aquatic plants. If they live on land, we call them terrestrial plants. Stem type, that is, are they herbaceous? Are they woody plants? Life cycle, are they annuals? Are they perennials? Structure and form, are they bushes? Are they trees, shrubs? Bearing of flowers, are they flowering plants, or are they cone bearing plants? Reproduction, is it asexually reproducing plants? Is it sexually reproducing plants? Climatic preference, we talk about winter crops, summer crops. Leaf retention, we talk about deciduous plants, which are plants that shed their leaves in winter, or we talk about evergreen plants, plants that never shed their leaves. Usefulness, we talk about cash crops, we talk about timber plants, we talk about fiber crops, we talk about plants that are used to generate fuel. That's usefulness of plants. Then now let's talk about metabolism. What is metabolism? Metabolism, the term metabolism, refers to the collective biochemical processes that sustain the plant, that make the plant to be able to uptake water and nutrients, that make the plant to be able to photosynthesize, so that the plant is sustainable. It's a living organism. So these are the types of metabolism we'll talk about in our module: photosynthesis, anabolism. Photosynthesis is the combination of carbon dioxide and water in the presence and enabled by sunlight to form carbohydrates. And anabolism, that is the putting together of simple building blocks to form long chain molecules, macromolecules, for the plant. Catabolism, that is the breaking down of long chain macromolecules, either to generate energy for the plant. Okay, structure and function of agricultural plants. Plants are divided into two categories: gymnosperms, which are cone-bearing plants, and angiosperms, which are flowering plants. The angiosperms can be divided into monocots and dicots. Monocots have one cotyledon, that is one embryonic sheath, and dicotyledons have two embryonic sheaths. Growth and development. Growth is actually increase in size or increase in the number of cells. Cells divide, and when the plant grows. But now, when we talk about development and differentiation, we talk about also change in form of the cell or tissue, so that it can perform specialized functions. With initiation, a cell receives a stimulus and it divides into something different. Initiation results in a visible change in a plant, and that is called differentiation, like I've explained. Now let's move to that part: absorption and translocation of water and minerals. Water in the plants provides mechanical stability. That is, it holds the plant upright. It's a medium for chemical reaction. The metabolism that I spoke about, it needs water as a medium. Water serves as a solvent for compounds. That is, the compounds that are in the plant are dissolved in water as the medium. It helps in transport, that is the transport of minerals and photosynthesis up and down the plant. It stabilizes plant temperature. That is, the plant relies on water for cooling. That's just to introduce your module. I think by now you already understand that the plant is a fascinating creature whose role in the ecosystem is important. The plant is organized as a biological unit with various physiological functions. In a nutshell, that's our module, PTP1501. I hope you'll enjoy this module, and thank you and good luck.